Hey, this is Curious. Curious One. You know, another day in the grind. You know what I mean? Well, of course you don't know what I mean because I haven't explained it yet. But I tell you, it's getting tougher. It's getting a lot tougher. It's getting tougher because I'm trying to make something out of nothing or a depleting resource. I can't really get into it too much because there's just things I don't want out online. But as some of you may know, I've been having trouble with my medications, securing them from the county because I can't afford health care. Now, if I could afford regular health care, it wouldn't be a problem. In fact, when I first started working at a major industry chain, JCPenney's, when I first started, the pay was like 7.15, and there was full benefits for a 25-hour work week. Now what that means is that for like 40 bucks, everything was paid. Oh, I think there was like a $5 visit fee, but it was 100% medical, 100% dental, everything. Then, after the budget crisis in California and a lot of other things, and I hate to admit it, but a couple wars and the Bush administration, which is hard to say because if that's his fault, or if it's Clinton's fault, or if it's Bush Sr.'s fault for him, because all those problems from former administrations cascade into the other ones. You know, people inherit problems. And my problem is that now I'm almost at the point where I need disability because of my back, because of the diabetes, because of other issues, you know? And just with the recession, there's really no job accessibility for me because it's buyers or it's an employer's market. Even they are having tough times, but I mean, they have to choose the best person for the job, and with a line out the door, they've got the best picks. They have to make the best picks, but that doesn't help me because once you're over the 40 mark, you know, you're pretty much done. I would actually be better off if I was a female minority of some type, you know, because in my area, that would give me more of a job opportunity to fill an economic social niche. But no, actually, what's happening is that what I'm seeing is county clinics everywhere in the California area, Central California area, are closing, and I cannot afford medication, much less find a decent job, even though I'm disabled, that will help me get medication. It's all taken up by teenagers and people out of work from federal jobs. You know, we don't know how the deficit is and the recession is and the actual depression. And it pretty much sparks my clinical depression. I'm having clinical depression about my clinic that I'm having depression about. Ah, and it's like, you know, it's a funny little joke, but it's not a joke. Well, the joke is that I go in and the lines are very good in the clinic now, but the reason is because people are in the waiting rooms going, well, how come I can't see my damn doctor to get my medications? And this is the county last resort. Where are these people going? This is for a whole greater county area, you know, about 8 districts of a county. That, you know, and that's insane that there's just one little clinic that happens to be close to my area. With all the others, being just small, minor clinics without even pharmacy or anything. Now, you mean to tell me the homeless and the unemployed are being provided for? I don't think so. I'm a diabetic and I just barely got my Lantus today, and I had to freaking shimmy and shake and do a little jig to get it. I had to freaking swivel through the system. I don't even want to talk about how I got through that. It's just lucky I've been going to this place so long that I know a few people. And for everything my eligibility worker says, or I supply her with, and it's something new because Medicare is getting into the act with it, but Medicare doesn't approve anyone, or Medi-Cal, or whatever it is. So it's just an eternal grind of, we're not denying you, but you haven't been approved. You're pending. My life is pending, and there's nowhere for me to turn. I wish I could be like some people I see on YouTube that I won't mention their name because I think it's getting a bit rude. But this guy sits around and friggin' makes 15-second webcams. And no one pays any attention to him because he's on SSI. Wish I could be on SSI, just make goofy damn videos too, But no, I'm a little too competent to be there, and I'm just not competent or capable enough to actually manage to hold a job from the masses. And plus, I'm getting in my 40s with no appreciable job or management skills. I don't want to be one of them hobos walking the street. Heck, I saw a couple guys sitting in freaking Jack in the Box when I was sitting there waiting to freaking desperately hoping I was going to get my meds instead of having to freaking go beg an emergency room, for hours on end, just to be billed, an extensive freaking bill, and who knows what that'll do except pile up more barriers for me to actually get my medication the next time. Is friggin' they got bounced out just because friggin' the manager walked in and said, oh, okay, you guys out, and they just jumped. Maybe my cause is the homeless. Because that's what scares the hell out of me. That pisses me off. Maybe, I always talk about economic liberalism and stuff. Maybe it is a projection and reflection of my life because I have seen freaking people that I have known from medical and health and welfare just get drugged to the dirt. And all I see is bureaucratic bullshit with no choice in the polls. And yes, being on YouTube is just an outlet to rant. Because, maybe I should look into the issues and stuff. Because I found out the freaking clinic I went to costs $30 million. Well, $30.5 million and stuff. But it's just real nice because it's completely mismanaged and under managed and misdesigned. It had lofty goals when it needed to be serviceable from the old clinic. And now they're going to do another one. It's a freaking money shift. And you wonder why sometimes conservatives are pissed off. Maybe they're not pissed off because they're hard-nosed assholes. Maybe they're pissed off because they see it's a friggin' gravy boat. But then again, I can understand why liberals would be pissed off too, because no one's getting the friggin' care they need. Mantover, I've got a month to figure it out again. And hopefully a few more phone calls to this lady, who I'm actually starting to feel sorry for, because it sounds like her friggin' butt is under the gun as well. From some talks I've had with her, when she let down her guard a little bit, Sounds like she's under the thumb from some higher up. What kind of politics of hell is this? We need a better society. And if you ever wondered why I'm such a hard nose on certain social issues, it's because we can't afford them. We've got real infrastructure, human needs to take care of. Not pie in the sky freaking, you know, idolatries and freaking uh, idiosyncratic freaking concerns. Well, it's all relative to where you are. Maybe if I was somebody else, I might feel a different way. So choose your cause, choose your conviction, I guess. All I know is that something's got to change. And god damn it, I wish I could find it in the world, because I'm sure not finding it in myself. And it's, I'm totally sick of it. I'm just tired of it. I just wish the world would leave me alone and let me get by. Wouldn't it be nice? Mm-hmm.